Here's Young. And stolen by Moran. Here we go. The Sixers on the break. The three from Barnes. Nails it from three.
Boy, you got to respect the long-range accuracy of Barnes now. When he gets a little daylight, he's dangerous from the perimeter.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Driving in. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Good job there by Leonard setting that screen.
Outside Edwards. Mobley outside. Back to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, the athleticism of Edwards is something to behold. Love watching him sky up to throw it down.
Leonard outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. To the paint. Shot clock at 5. Mobley with the block. They retain possession. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Morant with it. Shot clock at 6. They grab their own miss. That's tipped. And stolen by Leonard. Pass to Young. The 17-footer. No good. A bit long that time.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Outside Edwards. And here's Mobley. Guarded by Young. Young with the double team. Kicks it out to Jackson. And it's all from three-point range. Toronto trailing. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
And the call will be against Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul of the game.
First game foul.
About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Double team on Leonard. Out to the right wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Young with the bucket.
And although Young is a smaller guard, he doesn't lack confidence, even amongst the trees.
Outside Edwards. Back to Morant. Kicks it out to Barnes. Fires for 3. The Sixers again can't hit. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Pass to Leonard. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. They'll pin that one on Harrison Barnes.
Some really tough defense inside, but Leonard won't back down. I mean, he's just scrappy. He wants to make the defense work twice as hard. And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
That's his first personal foul.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Trae Young. That's his first foul of the game. And here are the Sixers now. Pass to Moran. Back to Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. From downtown.
Passion is something we love to see no matter what we're doing, and Leonard plays with great passion. Defensive menace, who gives everything he has to shut his man down while still doing it at the offensive end too.
Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Raptors miss again. And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Graham.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
It's stolen by Leonard. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Morant. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Over Leonard. Shot's good by Morant.
With a dynamic burst, Morant has such a strong driving ability, which really helps open up his mid-range game.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Young. Right side Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Robinson. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist.
Yeah, the guard instincts of Gilgeous-Alexander. I mean, fantastic work dishing the rock to uncover teammates.
Pass to Jackson. Mobley outside. Here's Morant. Back to Mobley. Stolen by Collins. And here is Young. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
76ers.
The Sixers trailing. Now Edwards. Outside Morant. Back to Edwards. Pulls it from the corner. Morant, no good. And Toronto has possession. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Leonard outside. It's hauled in by the Sixers.
Well, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
Outside Morant. Charity stripe shot. Pass to Barnes. Inside. Morant with the bucket. And the 76ers lead by 1.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Back to Young. Oh, the block shot. Grabs it out of the air.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Pass to Barnes. Now Mobley. Collins defending. Kicks it out to Barnes. Now Morant. Collins with the rebound. Here's Toronto with the ball. They trail by 1. No team has had to make more sacrifices than Toronto during the pandemic.
You are right about that, B.A. I mean, they had to change their home base to Tampa. In essence, they spent an entire season on the road. It was tough for everyone, but the Raptors faced some big challenges.
Outside Edwards. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Trae Young. That's foul number 2 for him.
You know, the question is, do you leave him in? A third foul this early could spell trouble.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Thank you to our Northside crew.
Mobley down low. Shoots over Collins. Hits the jump hook. 1:25 left in the first. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Leonard right side. 17-foot shot on the way. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now. Morant with it. And it's Young picking him up. Pass to Matherin. Now here's Harris. 6 to shoot. Elbow shot. to the left wing. Outside Morant. There's the triple. Sinks his third bucket. He's 3 for 6 now.
Morant doesn't need the three-point shot to be effective. There's so much more to his game, but when it's dropping, he's lethal.
Now here's Leonard. Mobley with the block. Here we go, the Sixers on the break. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Morant. Harris outside. Morant with it. 7 points in the game.
Come on, this kid is electric. Morant draws a lot of fouls with the way he plays.
The free throw drops for Morant. Good on both.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Here's Young. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force.
The 76ers, 16. Fans, please give a big round of applause.
If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Well, their length and anticipation reflected in their shot blocking totals, making the extra effort to close things out.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
And it's Mathurin missing. Toronto trailing. To the right side. Back to Ross. Pass to Fall. No good that time. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Now here's Rozier. Harris on the wing. Jacks up a 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. You know, in baseball, Grant, they have a term, a 5-tool player. In the NBA these days, it's similar. You need those well-rounded players to succeed.
I like the baseball reference, but you're spot on, B.A. It's all about bringing versatility to the game. Players that can shoot, pass, dribble, defend, and rebound. And I'll throw it even in there, lead and play selfless basketball. Those kind of guys that can do it all, that's a recipe for success in the NBA.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, one of the deadliest drivers in the league. Coach Nick Nurse of the Raptors said, quote, his first step is unbelievable. It's hard for anybody to keep him in front of him, and once he blows by you, he can slow down, he can sidestep. He's got a lot of things going. Ryan?
Well, it's fun to watch, Allie. Thanks for that.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Green in the post. Over Banchero. Rebound by the 76ers. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Rozier outside. Pass to Mathurin. Sends it home from three-point land. And the 76ers lead by 14.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Back to Young. Three-pointer. And that comes off the assist by Green. Young's got 5 now.
Yeah, they call him Dancing Danny Green, and you can see why. Excellent offensive instincts there.
And he lobs it up.
I mean, did you see the strength and force? I mean, that's what puts Banchero ahead.
And so here is Toronto. It's a 13-point game.
Offensively, Banchero is a difference maker, not just with the talent, but with his relentless approach. And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Matherin. Another three for Philadelphia. Grant, you watch Banchero. He's got a rare mix of moves for a big man.
Yeah, B.A., the perfect combination of size, strength, and skill. Crosses up defenders well, spin moves, excellent body control, and he uses his body to shield the ball when he's driving through the lane.
Poke loose. Here's Fall. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
The size mismatch makes that a high percentage look.
They absolutely want to add to what's already a big lead.
No question, B.A. No reason to let up. Just keep playing your game.
There's a screen. Pass to Banchero. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
On the attack, Green. Ross can't get it to go. Philadelphia with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Rozier outside. Right at the free throw line. Here's Banchero. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
You know, in the past several seasons, there's been one constant with the 76ers. They're going to be among the best defensive teams in the league.
And he sinks the second. The Sixers' identity really does center around their defense.
It's so true, B.A., and they've done a great job playing to their strengths. That's the key for any contending team. Maximize your players' talents. Philly has done that as well as anybody. When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Pass to Duren. Here's Matherin. Here's Banchero. And it won't go. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now. And here's Kennard. Leonard outside. And the dunk by Leonard.
Boy, a wicked dunk by Leonard, showing this defense just how explosive he can be.
Pass to Matherin. Back to Rozier. Here's Banchero. 5 points in the game. Robinson with the block. And now the Raptors on the break. Kennard outside. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And the basket is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's gotten his second bucket on the night.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Rozier. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. And stolen by Markkanen. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's a pick. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
That's his first.
Watching SGA run this offense, he's so patient and he reads the defense exceptionally well.
Yeah, Gilgeous-Alexander really plays at his pace, Grant.
You know, B.A., he's one of those guys the defense just can't speed up. And every move is purposeful. No wasted motion. He methodically breaks you down.
To the inside. The Sixers again can't hit. Here's Toronto now. They've gone on an 8-0 run. Leonard outside. Clock at 6. And that one's good. Markkanen. Markkanen's got his first 2 points of the night.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Reddish on the wing. Pass to Mobley. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And that was a timely basket to stop their momentum.
I love the fact there's no quitting. I mean, they know they can't cut the lead down all at once. They're not trying to bite off too big a piece of the pie. They're chipping away at it, just banging at that rock, and trying to chip away at it. And so far, so good.
Now here's Leonard. It goes. He's made 3 shots in 6 attempts.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
A minute 15 left in the second quarter. To the middle. And the dunk by Jackson.
And Morant is a natural leader, someone who wants to get his guys involved when they're open.
Leonard, left side. This one for 3. Mobley grabs the board.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
.40 seconds left in the second quarter. From deep, Morant. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
They are shooting nearly 50% from beyond the arc, and their confidence is growing.
Kennard outside. Knocked loose. And stolen by Morant. Oh, there's the alley. And Edwards slams it in.
Explosive play in the air by Edwards, and perfectly timed, too, for the alley-oop slam.
Leonard, left side. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And they recover it. Here's Robinson. Denied by Morant. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson. Here's Edwards, plenty of space. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so that's the end of the first half. Sixers ahead. They lead by 14. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Pass to Morant. Back to Edwards. The 3 is up. And that'll be Philadelphia's ball as it goes out of bounds. Sixers able to keep the possession.
Coming on the floor for the 76ers, Harrison Barnes.
It's Edwards on the wing. Clock at 4. Here's Jackson. Rebounded by Green. And it's the Raptors with the ball. They trail by 14. Outside Young. Pass to Robinson. The kick out to Young. Over Morant. Excellent D there from Morant. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Now Jackson. Shoots over Collins. The Sixers again can't hit.
Starting slow in this half, 0 for 3 so far.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Left side Young. 4-3. Mobley grabs the board.
Hey, the struggle is real. He hasn't found much success with his offense today. And guys, so many great players coming out of Canada. The Raptors have converted a nation, not just watching basketball, but to playing it as well.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Back to Young. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And Grant, you think back to those early Raptors jerseys with the big dinosaur. They admit it was aimed at the kids.
Yeah, of course. I mean, rather than win over the older hockey fans, they went after the younger generation. And now they're all grown up and packing the seats.
For three.
Barnes, it's good.
Hey, when you lay off of Harrison Barnes, he's going to go right up on the catch.
Outside Young. Pass to Collins. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul.
His first personal foul. First team foul. Substitution for your
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. No good on the quick three.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Sinks the tray. Morant's got 15.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. The first one falls. And Clark, looking at last year's Sixers team, they were last in the NBA in offensive rebounding.
And also last in field goal attempts. And those go hand in hand. If you're not taking a lot of shots, then you're not going to have a chance for a lot of offensive rebounds. That puts tremendous pressure on your offense when you're not getting second shots. I expect them to really emphasize crashing the offensive boards this season.
Just 5 on the clock. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Now here's Collins. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
Nice awareness there from the big man Collins. Solid at finding his teammates when they're open.
John Collins with the assist.
Here's Morant. Deflected. Collins with it. Leonard left side. Leonard double team. The kick out to Young. No good with the triple.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Pass to Edwards. Mobley outside. And he lobs it up top. And Edwards slams it in.
Gliding the pass to where it needed to be.
Wow, a strong finish to seal the deal.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop to loop all day long on the highlight reel.
Leonard. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Leonard's got 12 points.
Count on Leonard to not get held back by the contact. He goes right through it to get his shot off.
Mobley on a screen. Outside Edwards. Another three for Philadelphia.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Pass to Leonard. Uses the glass on the layup. 14 points for him.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
Barnes with it. Mobley outside. And the 76ers get it back. Second shot opportunity. And Mobley throws it down.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Now here's Leonard. 14 points for him.
I like when Kawhi forces the issue, making the defense compromise with the foul.
Then he drops the first.
At the line for your Raptors.
And Leonard drops them both. And the play-in tournament has been a success, but some debate about whether the stats should count towards postseason stats. Granted, it kind of falls in the abyss. How do you think we should reconcile?
Well, B.A., first of all, it is the postseason. It's exciting. Everyone's watching. So much is on the line. This is high-pressure elimination games. And, yes, there have been some great performances that we've seen in the play-in tournament thus far. So I think these stats should be included in postseason numbers for players.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, Sixers head coach Doc Rivers earned the nickname Doc back in college for wearing a T-shirt with Julius Erving on it. In the NBA, he said, quote, "The first game I started was against the Sixers. I went over and said, Dr. J, how are you?" And he said, "Doc, how are you?" I said, no, I'm Glenn." But he said, "No, you're Doc." And that made me feel like $1 million. Guys?
All right, thanks, Allie. So it's both teams making substitutions here. A difficult situation for Toronto. Now here's Morris. Pass to Diallo. Here's Bull. Banked it in off the glass.
Reliable approach, getting the ball in the paint and going to work.
Rozier outside. Harris outside. Down low. Here's Banchero. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Banchero wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
There's a lot to like about Tobias Harris, his comportment, his versatility. He's adaptable. I think that stands out as well. I mean, he's had to play a lot of roles on different teams, and he's done them all at a high level.
Here's Bull, and the layup falls.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Harris up top. Fader on the way. It's good. Harris has got his second basket of the night. Well, with Harris, he's willing to sacrifice a larger role for the betterment of his team, Clark.
Yeah, and B.A., I think that speaks to his desire to play winning basketball, to play the game the right way, to play to his strengths and not try to do more than he can, whether he's looked at as a primary scoring option or simply being a spot-up shooter or one of 3 options. Harris has that disposition that says, I'll do whatever it takes.
Morris for 3.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Harris outside. On the wing, Rozier. Harris outside. No good, off the front rim.
All alone from mid-range. You've got to think he's kicking himself.
And Toronto calls time here.
Please give a big round of applause for your Raptors, U-16.
26 seconds left to play in the third. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
they just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Pass to Matherin. Back to Rozier. It's good if it goes. And so it's Philadelphia ending the quarter with a 20-point edge. Their efficiency has been off the charts.
The 76ers, 61.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And here are the Raptors now. And here's Young. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Young. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Rozier outside. Pass to Harris. Here's Matherin. Here's Banchero. It's guarded by Markkanen. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. The Raptors making a switch here. Timeout called, the 76ers.
Timeout for the 76ers. It's time for your Northside crew. Come on, everyone. Give it up for the man. Give it up once again for your Northside crew.
Here's Toronto with the ball. They trail by 18. Now Young. Collins outside. Leonard on the wing. Here's Bull. The rebound by Jackson. Morant with it. Outside Edwards. Back to Morant. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Grant, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Both Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Well, we often see teams make big moves right before the trade deadline. Clark, do you like when a team goes through significant changes mid-season?
Well, it does keep things interesting, but as a general rule, I don't think you can do that consistently. But it does add some life and excitement to what's going on when it does happen. But major roster changes, as a general principle, are typically not going to work in your favor.
They get it again. Mobley. Excellent D there from Collins.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
Outside Young. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, Toronto no good. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. From deep, Morant. Ooh, he's now 7 for 12.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Young. Pass to Collins. And the Raptors miss again.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Outside Edwards. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Collins outside. Right side Young. Over Edwards. No good off the back of the rim.
Yeah, he's really scrambling to keep them in this game. Gotta respect that hustle.
Mobley on a screen. Here's Morant. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Leonard outside. Well, Clark, when you joined the NBA in 1982, there were around 300 players. Nowadays, it's over 500.
Yeah, you know, some would argue that's more opportunities, which is factual, but also others would say it's a little watered down now. But there are more good players, so I think it's basically an expansion of the talent level we see across the world. And the world is where the game is played, and that continues to be demonstrated by the number of international players that continue to make a mark on the NBA. So overall, I think it's a good thing to see the number of players expand at the NBA level.
Pass to Collins. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot. Young with it. Guarded by Morant. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's wide right. Hits off the rim. Now here's Morant. Behind the back and lays it in. Morant's got 24.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in the zone, he stays aggressive.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Collins. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is shooting from long distance. All game long, they've been finding openings at the perimeter.
And there's the basket, and the whistle blows. Chance at a three-point play here. Going to the line for one.
At the line for the 76ers.
As impressive as the numbers were for Mobley as a rookie, the consistency stood out the most, Grant.
Yeah, no question, B.A. Mobley shows up and makes an impact every night. He just finds ways to help the team even when the shots aren't there. He's the type of player that fits with any system.
Back to Young. Pass to Collins. Pulls up, high post. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
That's his second.
And when John Collins takes off from the floor, you can feel your hair start to stand up.
One of the most explosive players in the league with this incredible liftoff. A strong step to the rim, and he can demolish anything in his path. Simply an electric player at times.
Outside Morant. There's the drive. Edwards for three. No good on the shot. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. And here is Young. Hey, we've heard a lot of coaches say, including Warriors coach Steve Kerr, about load management. If you want to see the Stars play more often, cut the schedule back, maybe 72 games. Grant, your thoughts?
You know, B.A., this is a problem and a concern, I think, for the league. You go back 20, 30 years ago, stars played every night when available. Now you're not seeing that with the workload and the back-to-back and the concern with players and their safety and the amounts of money they make over their contracts. 72 games is a possibility, but I prefer to keep it at 82. Maybe I'm just a traditionalist.
And he commits the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Timeout for the 76ers. Make some noise for us, fellas. It's time for your North-South crew.
Markkanen sets a screen. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist.
Impressive awareness from Markkanen. I mean, down on the block there, really good job of using his height to get his shots off.
Pass to McDaniels. Well, since Commissioner Silver took over, Grant, it seems the league's dress code is now leaving more, let's say, wiggle room. You good with that?
Yeah, a lot of wiggle room, at least compared to when I played, when it was more of a business casual environment. But I think it's great. Let the players be themselves. Let them be authentic. And I think in a weird kind of way, it endears these players to the fans at home watching on TV.
Like a bunch of runway models before and after every game.
No question, no question.
Good.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
On the wing, Rozier. Pass to Mathurin. Toronto grabs the miss.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Sixers.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And it's a performance that will signify their 5th win of the year. And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Ja Morant.
Well, you have to marvel at how well he picked apart that defense repeatedly. Found the right guy in the right spot at the right time.
Markkanen from long range. Now the 76ers with it. Pass to Mathurin. 36 seconds left in the 4th quarter. The three. And the 76ers another three.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
To the middle. And that one's good. Markkanen.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Now Rozier. So it's the 76ers winning this.